I really enjoy collaborating with others making art, even in small ways. A couple months ago, I asked my Discord server to give me some words to create an illustration from, and today we're going to do the same thing, but with you guys on YouTube. I put up a post to get suggestions, and spun a wheel to get 3 random words. These words were stuffing, unfortunate, and riparian? One second. Oh, a riverbank. Okay, let's see what we can make with this. Hey, my name is Jade, and I like to paint with pixels. As with most of my pixel art these days, I'm going to be using Pixquare on the iPad. The general backstory for this drawing is that the gang have found a toy bear by the side of a riverbank, and one of their foot stitches has split, loosening the patchwork on the foot and the stuffing spilling out all around them. And the gang are there to help collect the stuffing and put them back together. It took a little bit to figure out how I wanted to combine these words. It was actually looking back at my Peachtober drawings from last year that helped solidify this idea. I made this drawing from the prompt river, and it's actually one of my favourite of the series. I really liked the paper boat that they were in, so I wanted to include that in this drawing, which helps sort of explain how they got to the bear in the first place. Maybe this is even on the same day as that drawing. For the bear itself, I wanted to base it off of a reference that I have, so this is my little bear that I've had since I was a baby. This is Teddy. It's not a very creative name, but you can't blame me because I was not even 1 month old when I got them. It is the perfect reference for this drawing though, because they don't sit up straight anymore. He sort of slumps in a way that I want the bear in my drawing to as well. It feels a bit wrong now I'm thinking about using this bear as a reference, but they're getting fixed up in the drawing, so it's all good. It's a happy ending to the story. Once I had a vague placement of everything, I focused on the characters. I had a lot of fun posing all of the characters. I was trying to figure out what would each of them do in this situation. Inspiration struck for this from a different Peachtober prompt, this time from the prompt slow. I made this drawing of the gang helping Daisy with her crafty hobbies, and I feel like she would also know how to sew and be able to help in this situation by sewing the foot back up again. So she'll be getting the needle and thread ready to go, while the rest of them are picking up the stuffing and putting it back in the leg. Fern has definitely picked up way too much because she just wants to help and is maybe a little too confident in her ability to pick up a lot of stuff at once. I feel like if she was going shopping, she would be the person who's like, no, we can take all of these bags in one trip. We don't have to take multiple trips. And then you do have to take multiple trips. But it felt nice to sort of tell these little stories of how they would react to the situation and how they would want to try and help. I think it hints at their personality quite well. It's made me want to practice drawing more poses for these characters. I'm trying to slowly build up this library of poses, since they're all based on the same character base, and then I can swap in and out the different heads for the different characters. It'll be useful for a lot of other projects as well. Like this little photo that I wanted to do for hitting 1,000 subscribers, because this is the newest video when we hit that milestone, but I just wanted to say thank you so much. I hope you enjoy the future videos as well. Next was a bit that I struggled with the most in this drawing, which was the river. I did a quick test on a different file to try and figure out how I wanted to draw it beforehand. I've been practicing drawing a lot of water, but mainly of the ocean for a different project. I really liked how the water turned out there, but I haven't quite figured out how I want to draw moving water like on a river. This went through a lot of attempts, and I'm still debating how I want to draw moving water now. I tried to reuse some of the elements that I liked from the ocean drawing, like the darker blues to add some depth, and the shadows underneath the foamy bits of water. Though it's not perfect, I think it'll be as good as I'll get it without a bunch more studies. Next I moved on to the background and trying to add details to both the grass and the ground, which was quite tricky to do. I think I would need a few more colours to mimic the sloping part of the dirt, but I think it works well for the colours that we had. I'm still in debate of how I want to draw grass and how much detail I want to incorporate in my work, especially in environments. I think this will be a thing that I am forever trying to mess around with, and try to keep it simple but also have nice hints of detail here and there. I used the background from my desktop video as a reference for how to draw the ground with the little pebbles here and there, and adding in layers of the grass as well. But since it's close up, I tried to add a bit more detail to that as well. The final step was to add details to the bear. I wanted to look like they already had patches on their foot that were intentionally there. I feel like Patches is a cute name for the bear. Slightly more creative than Teddy, but not too much, let's not get ahead of ourselves. With a couple of adjustments, here is the final result. This is one of those drawings where I really like certain aspects of the drawing, but I know that others can be improved. I think the poses work really well in this and tell a mini story of what's going on between the characters, and I really like how the bear and the paper boat came out. I think environments is the big thing that I would like to work on more, but I think that'll be an ongoing practice. I do really enjoy doing these drawing challenge videos, as they always push me out of my comfort zone and force me to think outside the box. I'd love to do this again sometime, so if you have any one-word suggestions that could be featured in the next video, leave it in the comments. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you would like to see what my Discord server suggested me to draw, check out this video here, where I turn one-word suggestions from my Discord into a cozy drawing. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. Take care out there. Goodbye!